Global Affairs Canada is one of the worst waste offenders in the entire federal government, and that's saying a lot. But oh no, some former diplomats are worried about cutting global affairs spending. One former diplomat is worried that spending cuts would weaken Canada's influence. I mean, come on, folks. The government should be cutting wasteful spending overseas, and global affairs is a huge waste offender. Now, here's just a little taste of how global affairs is wasting your money overseas. Buckle up, folks. Global affairs is spending $51,000 a month on booze. Global affairs spends $1,700 on a musical called Lesbian Pirates. You know what? I'm just going to read you the description of the musical. Ready? The musical tells the untold true story of the ruthless maverick and lesbian pirates who met while cross-dressing as male pirates, fell in love, slaughtered swaths of men, stole treasure, and escaped persecution of the law. Global Affairs spent $8,800 on a sex toy show in Germany called Whose Jizz Is This? Global Affairs spent 12 grand on a show where senior citizens in other countries talked about their sex lives in front of live audiences. And these weren't even Canadian seniors. The government is outsourcing old people's sex stories. The department spent $8,100 to organize DJ workshops in Turkey and Georgia for the LGBTQ community to, quote, bring more diversity into the world of DJing. And while many Canadians wait in pain for hip replacement surgery, our government spends $7.2 million for, quote, gender-responsive systems approach to universal healthcare in the Philippines. $9,000 for a party at Canada's official residence in Oslo in honor of Pride, which featured a musical performance by a drag artist. $7,500 to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion at a music festival in Estonia. Then there's some of the big spending items, okay? $41 million for 3 properties in Afghanistan, which was quickly abandoned to the Taliban. $12.5 million on vacant land in Senegal. $10 million for a chancery in Ukraine. $58 million on 23 properties in London, England that serve as staff quarters. And let's look at the entire government spending on foreign aid, okay? So the government spent $11 billion on foreign aid in 2023. $11 billion on foreign aid in 1 year. Now, that same year, the government spent about $6 billion through the entire Department of Veterans Affairs. So let that sink in for a second, okay? The government spent nearly double on foreign aid than what it did through the Department of Veterans Affairs. Okay, so here's the thing. The government has to open up the books in every single area of the budget and find savings. And yes, that includes Global Affairs Canada, perhaps the worst waste offender in the entire federal government. And here's one thing that you can do today to fight for taxpayers and push the government to cut spending. Head over to taxpayer.com and sign the petition, Cut Wasteful Government Spending.